Hi everyone, hope you're doing fine and hope you're well kept of the Lord Jesus Christ. My name is Janice Karani in case you're new here, and welcome if it's your first time to stop by here. We welcome you. Welcome. So now, today I want to do a different thing, something I've never done. I want to share with you a story that happened many years, like not very many, but around 7 years ago. So, where do I start? So this is my ninth year of marriage. We've married for 9 years since 2012 December. So it's 9 years and 1 month now. And of course, the moment you get married, you have the expectations of bright future and many good things ahead, right? So the same happened to us. We did a very colorful, beautiful wedding, and yes, tukaingia kwa marriage. So life was good. We really enjoyed ourselves, and just like any other couple, we told ourselves the first 6 months or so, let's enjoy kiasi, let's enjoy ourselves a little bit. Then after that, we can decide whether to have a baby or yeah. So we started our life and life was good. I thank God because of my husband. Is the best person that God gifted me with. Even for the many years we've been together, I really appreciate him for whom he has been. He's been so like a pillar in my life, and I appreciate him so much. So the moment we like tulifikisha 6 months, now we were serious of looking for a baby, and yes, tulitafuta kweli. I know you know what I mean. So 2013 iliisha, and we were like, I think it's still mapema, so tukaendelea. But one thing that we used to tell ourselves is that God's time is the best. But of course, you have the anxiety of, hey, utamani, eh? So 2016 was over, and of course, when you get married, the society and the family members have their own expectations. Yeah? So we started facing some challenges of maswali hapa na pale, like you'd meet with a person and he or he's like, hey, unatuweka sana. You're keeping us so much. We are really waiting to see your fruits, eh? Yeah, so 2013 ended, and yeah, we went on with life, and 2014 came. So towards mid 2014, we were like, now it's going to seek medical advice. But before that, I remember there is one day that tulikuwa tunatoka church, and there's one person that asked us a question, and I really felt bad about it. So God had blessed us with a car. I remember it was a make of Toyota Sienna, a 7-seater. So that one person, after church imeisha, he came and was like, "Ai, nyinyi simjaza hii gari hapa nyuma, kunafaa kuwa na watoto wamekaa." And I was like, you don't know what we are going through. So I want to encourage and to speak to people. Please, if you see people, they are married and hawajafanikiwa, they've not yet blessed with their children, please do not question them. Do not ask them many questions, because you never know what they are going through. And so I was in 2014 mid, so tukaona it's good we go to the hospital and seek the medical advice and know what could be the problem, because it's better a problem that is known, because after you know the problem, it can be solved. So we went. I remember we went in one of gynecologists. Gynecologist is daktari wa wanawake. Yeah, so we went to one gyna and gave him our history, and he was like, there's a test that both of you are supposed to be done. So he sent us for a lab test. Yeah, so we went to the lab and both of us were tested. But now my test was a bit complicated, because I was sent to another place that I was supposed to be done the test, if that's the right word. So now when my husband was tested, it was 100% okay, and we went home. But I thank God because of my husband, because he always encouraged me, he always stood by my side, he was always there for me. But you know, as a lady, as a woman, you will always feel, what? Am I not the right person for this guy, you know? So like after a week, we went together for now my test. And one thing I want to speak to men out there: kindly always support your partner, always support your wife, because many of men are like, shida lazima iwe ni ya wanawake. You understand? It's for the ladies. So I thank God because of my husband. He was always there for me. If it is going to hospitals, we always go together. We always went together. He would always support me, and even psychologically, he was always there to support me, and also morally. So, and yes, we believed in our God, and every time we would always pray that God will come through for us. And if I can say, it's prayer that kept us going, because ukifika mahali pengine, even your relatives will start like questioning you guys. And I remember one day there's one relative that, you know, in every family utakosa wale wabaya those that will never wish you good. I remember people used to talk, people used to like say hawa hawatawaipata watoto and the rest, but we always kept praying and asking God to bless us and to have a way in our lives. So now time came and I personally went to the hospital, because we went, both of us, we always went together to everywhere that we were needed. Hata kama test ni mimi naenda kufanyiwa, we always went together with my husband. So we went and I was done now the test. And let me tell you guys, this test was painful. It's called HSG test. This is a test whereby like there's something that is passed through to the uterus, through your fallopian tubes, and to check whether they are okay or not. You understand? So now you can imagine kitu ikipitia kwa your fallopian tubes, and you can imagine it was very, very painful. But I went through it. So of course we were told to wait for the results. didn't take too long. I think it took like 2 to 3 hours. And man, let me tell you, the 2 hours looked like a year, because we were very anxious to know what could be the problem. And yes, the results were out. Remember the lady that brought us the results? She called us inside, and of course we were waiting outside. So when we went, the first question that he asked us is, in fact he was referring to me, akaniuliza, uko na mtoto mwingine, like, do you have another child? And I was like, wow. I told her, apana, no. So she told me that these results are not very good, because the results show that you have both of your tubes are blocked. Yeah, and the possibility of you having a baby is next to zero. Like hakuna matumaini. Probability of you having a child. Yeah, so the doctor talked to us, and he told us that there is a surgery that I can be done. But now this surgery is not like 100%. Like we will not be 100% sure that I will conceive. And so I was like, all right, okay, sawa. But now the moment we went home, we talked. And I personally told my husband that now the God that made these fallopian tubes, the God that created me, the God that knows maybe whatever has blocked them can as well unblock them. And so yes, we kept praying and quoting the word of God, that there is nothing that is impossible before him, because he is the creator of heaven and earth, and everything that is in it, and even ourselves, belong to him. So we said, and we kept on praying and believing God that things would work out. Because we were like, kama hii surgery si ati we are 100% that it will correct the problem. Now, what is the need of doing it? Sorry for the background noise. My shop is near the road, that's why there is a lot of noise here and there. Yeah, but let's go on. So that was around 2014 August, September there. So we kept praying that, so remember, this is our second year that is almost coming to an end after now the wedding. Yeah, so we kept on believing God, and of course doing what is necessary, na tukaendelea kuamini Mungu. Now around, this is what happened. This is what God can do. This is what God can do even to whatever thing that you are passing through, my sister and my brother. So around 2014 November, of course my menstrual periods were very regular, and yani ni ile singepitisha even with a day, you understand, very regular. So I remember nikapitisha na siku moja. I was like, wow. And of course in my mind, of course believing that God is able to do everything, I was like, Okay, God can do everything, but because you're still a human being. Okay, so after like 2 days, I tested. All right. So of course, I took a pregnancy test strip in my shop because I still had a shop that time, and I went to the toilet and I did the test. Yeah. So of course, is the procedure of I think it's motorbikes. These are the procedure of testing. So I took some urine. Of course, is the procedure of I think it's motorbikes. These are the procedure of testing. So I took some urine and put the testing kit. And let me tell you, the test was positive. Like, niliona the 2 lines, once it is positive, it like forms two lines, but when it's negative, it's one line. So it was 2 lines. So one line was very, very, like, you can see the line very clearly, but now this other one was a faint one, and I couldn't believe. Let me tell you, kuna Mungu mbinguni. That problem that you see, that you are told that it is not possible, that there is no solution, God is able to do it for you. So that is how God blessed us with our first baby. And yes, you can imagine how happy I was. I remember that day my husband was just within or around where I had the shop. And I called him. I told him, "Ebu come up a job." So he came. I remember I cried, yani tears of joy. I was like, who is God? God is not a human. God can never let you down if you trust him and you fully trust him. And so he came. So this was around now November. And so I broke the news to him. No, but before I called, yes, I remember. Before I called him, I SMS'd him. I wrote him a short message. And I told him, guess what? God has given us the best Christmas gift now of 2014. Then I told him to come to the shop. So I gave him the strip. Of course, I explained to him what it means. And yani, I don't know. He was extra happy. He was happy. I don't know how to explain it. He was like, oh my God. So that is how we were blessed with our first baby by the name Blessing. And in another video, I'll talk about naming of children, because now God has blessed us with 3 children. There is blessing, there is happiness, and there is gift. So keep it locked, keep it here to have more of this. God bless you and bye-bye.